Do my eyes deceive? That truly are, Jay. Ah, it's these guys. Backlog. Huh, it is. Full glam I did see to hail and haul, my friend. And Morin, with the same face as Acai, aka Fandaniel. What a wonderful surprise it is. Have you back with us, and at this most opportune time. In case you haven't heard, we're planning to produce a tome chronicling events from the Flood to the Knight's return. For this project, we intend to draw upon records kept by the world's peoples. Historical and contemporary first-hand accounts would be centerpieces of the tome, but yours would be the one to crown them all. I've been asked to contribute a chapter on the soul, a subject that is key to understanding much of your endeavors. In the course of developing the spirit vessel, I gained valuable insight into travel beyond the rift, knowledge that will allow me to attest to your existence and deeds. Big thumb. There's no end to the questions I would ask you, but if you would indulge me just one for now. In your quest to restore the knight, you faced many formidable foe, among them who offered the greatest struggle. Oh. Charlie driven by mad light and loneliness. Vorthree in his misguided self-righteousness, Hades, bore the burden of his people. This may come as a surprise, but it's got to be Hades. Ah, yes, Hades, who sought to resurrect the ancient brethren. He was the final obstacle in your quest to restore the knight, but your battle in the depths of the Tempest, the stuff of epics. Yet, compelling as it is, I worry that mere words wouldn't do justice to that fateful confrontation. Not that we think to admit it entirely, of course. Not that we think to admit it entirely, of course. No, at the very least, we would impress upon readers that it was the climax of your hero's journey. I know you love to talk his ear off, Morin, but we really should be on our way. Those documents from Yulmore won't collect themselves. Of course. And afterwards, would you care to join me for tea? I was hoping we might clarify a few points in your treaties. Till next time, then, do tell the others to look after themselves. Our overzealous friend in particular, remind him not to overexert himself again and again till his ears fall off. That's what it takes for him to take it to heart. We're just going to get a bunch of characters coming up to us. Who's there now? Is that the Warrior of Darkness? Oh, yeah. It's him. It's really him. What are you doing here? If you go to battle, I can give you some medicine. I made it myself. Best not, Riki. You'd only give him a stomach ache. We've got to see Morin to get his advice. One of the guards finally agreed to teach us how to fight, but first we need to choose a fighting style. Well, I know that I want to be a mage. Archaeol isn't sure. Magic isn't really my thing, so I was thinking of taking up the axe, or the sword, or maybe the bow. They all seem right, but it's hard to decide, so I thought I'd ask Morin. He knows a lot about things. He isn't here? Oh. Ooh. Why don't the Warrior of Darkness choose for you? What do you think suits Archaeol best? Axe, sword, or bow? You know what? You look like the commercial warrior of light, shall I say? Is that the right phrase? As a kid. And therefore I'd say that you'll protect your friends with the sword. The sword? If you took up the sword, you could be just like Warrior of Light. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I love that tale. Let's borrow the book today. It's really popular though. I hope it's still there. Thanks for helping me decide Warrior of Darkness. I'll start with that style and maybe try something else later on. That's the way to do it. When I get really strong, I hope to have a bout with you. You won't. Alright, who's coming up next? Such fun he's been having basking in the adoration of musty-old bookworms and wide-eyed younglings. But is he spare a thought for me? Of course not. Hello? Fairy. It's the fairy. I waited and waited and waited, but he won't so much as acknowledge the presence of his beautiful branch ever thought, even though they're right here. Such a heartless thing a sapling is. Cold and cruel. Heartless. Show yourself. Fairy, I need you? Oh, faithful fairy, loveliest of branches, how I have missed you. Do you have more point? There you are. If you truly missed me, you should have cried for me at the top of your lungs the instant you arrived. To make up for it, you will call with twice the passion next time. Though, for there to be a next time, you've got a few struggles to overcome. True. So, my adorable sapling, the world is on verge of destruction, is it? Yeah. How did you know? How did I know this? Joined as we are, spying you was as simple as sliding down the back of a rainbow. Well, that I could aid you in your quest, but the fate as we fae folk is bound to that of the star. Whither it goes, so too do we follow, such is our way. The most I could do for you is spare the pain by giving you the sweetest of eternal dreams. But if escape's not to your liking, then you must struggle with your fellow mortals. Okay. But there is one you were waiting for. I wonder what matter of conclusion awaits the tale's end. Yeah, me too. Goodbye. Finally? There we go. Whoop whoop. My apologies for the delay. Archie, so wonderful to see you again. You doubtless have much catching up to do, so I shall leave you to it. I've taken the liberty of unlocking the umbilicus, and you may enter at your leisure. Okay. Re-in. I'm relieved to hear that everyone is well. I had this feeling like in the pit of my stomach, and I was afraid something that might have happened. Let me be honest with her, she could probably help. Maybe I'm overthinking things, but it's just that. I'm the Oracle of Light, but I've never spoken with Heidelin, never once heard her call. Even so, I'm always had this feeling deep inside, a connection to something immense. These past few days, though, that connection has wavered, as if that immense something was distant, then close, and then distant again. And then the other night, I was jolted awake by the feeling that had been completely severed. Wanting some fresh air, I went to open the window, and to my horror, the sky was ablaze, like during the star shower. Oh no. Alright, you've seen it. But then I blinked and everything was normal. The next day, no one said a thing. No one else had seen what I'd seen. As far as I could tell, nothing was out of the ordinary, but I began to wonder if it was a figment of a half-remembered dream. RJ, what are you not telling me? We're fucked. I have to know, please. It doesn't matter how terrible it is. Oh, well, yeah, we are fucked. We're fucked and we need your help. Basically. It wasn't my imagination then. The dream we witnessed in Amarot was come again. I can't believe it. I I told you before. All is well here in the first. So don't worry about us, please. Look only at the threat before you. We're fine right now, and even if we weren't, we've learned how to survive. No, fair, yeah, true. Should the final days reach us here as well, you'd be assured we won't go quietly. Aim. Now we hold on until you could find a way to save our worlds. So long as you continue to fight, so too will we, united in purpose beneath the blazing sky.